Hey guys, it's Bendy Penguin 64. Welcome back to Ratchet & Clank. In the last episode, we finished the logging site in Eudora, getting us a brand new weapon with an innuendo-style name. And in this episode, we will be exploring the Blarg station in hopes of finding some clues as to where Chairman Drek or Captain Quark are. And... Wait, no, I already said and in this episode. Anyway, there are actually three ways we can go here. I'm going to go to the left because I feel like mixing it up. And, oh, and I forgot to mention, here is what the icons for Suck Cannon and Taunter look like. I want to say that, that looks like a post box or something. I don't really know, but either way. Yeah, now we have a trespasser puzzle, and, oh god, I remember this one. I seem to remember this being kind of a pain. Well, with that said, oh wow, I got it first time. Okay, just seeing all those, blockers kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, I guess. So anyway, send Clank to explore outside the station. Yes, you can actually play as Clank and he still has his helipack upgrade. I just think that's awesome. Seriously, I love Clank. He's so cool and you actually get to play as him. How great is that? Sadly, he can't, jump forward heavily and use the helipack like Ratchet can when he's dragging Clank around. But hey, it's good enough. Anyway, got some pretty narrow walkways around here, so it's a little bit treacherous, and we have some enemies. So yes, Clank is actually required for combat as well. Well, not required. You could probably sneak past if you tried. So yeah, there you go. What would you call that? Clank Gear Solid? No, that's a terrible name. Anyway, do not break that box down there, because then you can get up here to some more goodies. Delicious. And let's see, there we go. So there's 9 boxes up there, quite a few. But of course, in the grand scheme of things, not a whole lot of bolts, but it's better than nothing. And actually, speaking of that, I was recently watching some polygon footage for the Ratchet & Clank remake, or reimagining, or reboot, whatever you want to call it, coming in 2016. And they actually did make a very good point about this game. They said the original is a classic, it's a great game, but ultimately, when you go back to it after you've played a lot of the more modern Ratchet & Clank games, if you go back to it, it's very hard to get back into because it's very clear that it was a first attempt. Not to say that it's a bad game, I mean, trust me, I love this game. I would not be Let's Playing it if I didn't. Seriously, this game was just pure love for me when I was a kid, alongside Spyro and Crash Bandicoot 2. Yeah, seriously, one of the classic games from my childhood. But it is very true that this game is actually missing a lot of things that ultimately became series staple, like upgrading weapons and certain characters and stuff. So yeah, definitely a great game for the time. It has a great place in history, but ultimately it is missing a lot of things that made the future games so great. But with that said, gold bolt right up there. Sadly, Clank cannot collect that. It's physically impossible. You need Ratchet. It's just out of reach and it teases you. But anyway, yeah, even though this game, it's very clear that it was a first attempt, but without this game we wouldn't have any of the sequels, so you gotta respect it. And ultimately, it is still fun to play today. I am still enjoying it. But I did want to mention, because I thought Polygon make a very good point about what they're saying. And actually, speaking of Polygon and gaming news, I was just watching the recap for Sony's E3 conference for 2015, and oh, these guys, yeah, these are Gadget bots, that's it. So basically for this, they have their own sort of commands. You can tell them to attack or enter report. So yeah, this is really cool actually. Clank has his own little minions. Let's see, here we go. I want to attack. Yeah, there we go. And sure enough, those things are dirty little killer machines. Seriously, they do not mess around, they just go crazy. And now that that's all done, I believe we can tell them to enter. That's it, that's the blue icon, and sure enough, everything's fine. But yeah, I was watching the Sony E3 conference, and I have to say, they had some good stuff on show. Didn't get to watch the whole thing, live, but I did watch the recap, and they had some good stuff to show, and actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I thought so. I distinctly remember Clank having a sort of a weird laugh just then, and this is going to sound weird. The first time I played this game, I actually thought that was some kind of hint that Clank was actually a bad guy. I don't know why. I mean, I'm going to say this right now, Clank is not a bad guy. There is not some kind of uber twist at the end to say that Clank was actually working for Chairman Drek all along or something. But yeah, first time I saw that, I thought, nah, that doesn't sound like a good guy laugh. Clank's up to something. But no, sure enough, he is on your side. It's just kind of weird that they would put that there. And okay, I really want to talk about Sony's E3 conference, but I got a cutscene first.
I'm back. So you are. And I found this.
Hey, cool. It's what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great. I always wanted one of those, I guess.
Hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, or in this case a gift robot. So yeah, that is Clank's bit done, and sadly Ratchet cannot go out there. He will be able to later, but sadly not right now. And I could go down that way, but ultimately that way is kind of lengthy, and I don't want these videos to be too long, so I'm going to go down here. So yeah, like I said, didn't know this was possible to actually just press triangle and board the warship when I was a kid because I was dumb, but hey, yeah. So anyway, Sony's E3 conference. I thought it was really interesting. Didn't get to watch the whole thing live, but I watched the recap. There was one game that really stood out to me, and that was No Man's Sky. I believe one company actually said that the game just stole the show, and I can agree, because from... Whoa, what the hell? Okay, someone set off some TNT somewhere. That's kind of weird. That's got to be a glitch. Come on, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah, not sure if you guys could hear that over my horrible skunk voice like I've said before, but sure enough, there was some TNT going off. I have no idea how that happened, but okay, fair enough. So anyway, keep getting distracted. Sony's E3 conference. No Man's Sky really stood out to me. From what people saw at E3, No Man's Sky is like the ultimate open world game. There's a whole bunch of different planets that you can explore with all kinds of life forms and discoveries to make. And there's like billions, or maybe billions is too generous, I'm not sure, but it's procedurally generated, and oh my god, I'm getting destroyed. Yeah, there are, let's just say several, let's go with that, but it's more than several. Hundreds will do. Yeah, there are hundreds upon hundreds of like suns in that game, and each one is a solar system, so each one has its own planets to explore, and the planets are decently sized, so that's like Grand Theft Auto times a million or something. It's crazy, seriously. That was amazing. That game looks awesome. Like, they didn't go too heavily into... Whoa, don't want to die. Bomb glove, save me. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, don't kill me. Oh, I hate these things. I seem to remember disliking these things. These things are annoying from what I remember, but yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that game really stood out to me. They didn't go into too much depth about the gameplay, but from what I saw, I thought, you know what, I'm definitely giving this game a try. That looks bloody awesome. That does seriously really stood out. Great looking game. And they got fully destructible rocks and fish that move out of the way. You can't forget that. So anyway, this is one of my favourite details. Press the big red shiny button. I just love how they phrased it like that. They got a sense of childhood wonder or something, in which case, I'm going to do this the best way that I know how. Ooh, what does this button do? And if you know what that's a reference to, you are awesome. I liked that show when I was a kid.
For selecting our automated self-destruct feature.
So yeah, of course, big red button that can only lead to pure disaster and heartbreak. So, sure enough, that was a self-destruct button, because every warship has to have one of those, and only 45 seconds, and actually no, I think it's less than that, like 44 point something, in which case we really want to move. You can take time if you want to kill enemies for extra bolts, but ultimately you don't want to hang around for too long, because yeah, it gets a bit treacherous. And I seem to remember, yep, here we go. Yeah, these things drop down from the heavens. Oh crap. Oh, that was close. Okay, another one of these things. Oh, and watch out for the gas. That's poisonous. It kills you. It burns us all. And whoa, it sways from back to forth. Okay, here we go. Got an info bot. And I remember when I was a kid, I always liked to make that look really cool by just grabbing the info bot when there was like 1 nanosecond left. Could never actually do it because my sense of timing was terrible. But hey, you get that really cool looking image. And really, that's all you could ever ask for. So sure enough, not too tricky, but wow, Ratchet's looking pretty disheveled. It's okay, here's your reward, my fine fellow.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship.
Ooh, hello.
It will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures.
Gotta say, I love these things. I love the design.
Assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch. Channel 2 News.
I love those Amiibo designs, they're so awesome.
Did you see that?
Better than the melting trees.
That poor woman is all right.
She's fine, I think. I was talking about the hoverboard races.
So, sure enough, we now have an info bot for Planet Rilgar where they're holding the hoverboard races, and allegedly Captain Quark will be presenting there. So yeah, might as well get going, but first there is actually something of a bit more importance down this way. And this video looks like it's going to be considerably... Wait a minute. Info bot for Planet Rilgar, text, are you quite done? Okay. Not sure what was up with that, like the text box just got stuck in limbo for a second. Anyway. This video is probably going to be a bit shorter, but don't want to drag these videos on for too long, so yeah, about 10 minutes should do it for today. So thanks for watching, and next time on Ratchet & Clank, we'll be going down into the wild tunnel of mystery, I don't know. Either way, actually, let's get a head start. Boom, there we go, we'll be heading down there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.